Hey guys, welcome to Planning with Crystal. So today's video is my January 2021 favourites. So I'm going to make this a regular thing, so don't forget to let me know in the comments if you actually like this sort of video and if you think I should keep making it. But here we are, these are my January favourites. So this month I've got some skincare items, I've got some makeup items, there's a book, and there's also a kind of sweet treat that I'm currently obsessed with. So we're going to go through and I'm going to show you everything I've been loving this month. Let's start with the sweet treat, because why not? I'm currently obsessed with these by Hotel Chocolat. So these are the batons. Now they make these batons in lots of different flavours, from milk to dark to white chocolate and to lots of different flavours. And they are so tasty. They're pretty pricey, but they're a really good quality chocolate and I just enjoy them so much. They're my absolute favourite thing to eat right now. But my personal favourite among the flavours is the peanut butter one. So I get this will be kind of controversial depending on whether or not you like peanut butter, and I guess whether or not you've got a nut allergy, because you're going to want to stay away from these if you have. But I love them. I don't particularly think the taste of peanut butter to me, they just have a really nice roasted nut, like peanut flavour to them. They're just so good. But I think as well, what makes these so tasty is the actual formulation of them. Because they're in like a baton like this, there's just something about them that makes them so kind of smooth and tasty when you eat them. The only problem is they are so Moorish. I've been absolutely loving this sleep spray. This is the Neom Organic Scent to Sleep Perfect Night Sleep Pillow Mist. I got this in one of my 2020 advent calendars. I forget which one right now, but it smells so good. As you would expect from a pillow spray, it's got quite a lavendery scent to it. But I've recently discovered Neom through advent calendars because I'd never really had anything from the brand before. And then I tried a few products in the advent calendars and I was like, this is a really good kind of quality brand for like well-being type scents and things. And I do use pillow sprays, I've got a few different ones, but this is definitely my current favourite. It's a natural, 100% natural fragrance as well, made in the UK, and it's a 30ml bottle. Now I've been using it for just over a month and I don't think I've used that much either. I just find a couple of sprays of this and I sleep so much better and I wake up less in the nights. And I've sprayed it in my children's room as well, it seems to work well for them. So I just kind of wanted to mention that because I've really been enjoying it and I really love this. A kind of body care discovery of mine recently is this from Aromatherapy Associates. So I've been a lover of the Aromatherapy Associates brand for quite a long time. I love their bath and shower oils. They're just such high quality. They work perfectly. They don't irritate my skin. They're just a joy to use. And they recently brought out this, which is their shower oil. This was actually recommended to me by one of you guys over on Instagram. You know who you are. And yeah, I went out and purchased it and I've just been loving it. Again, I haven't used much of it because I just don't find that you need to. This is the de-stress version of it. They do it in a few different scents. But again, de-stress, it's got that kind of lavender scent to it. It comes in a 250ml bottle and it's described as a rich oil to milk body cleanser. And I would definitely describe it as that. So it comes out looking like this oil, but then it gently kind of foams, well, not foams, it kind of, you mix it with water and it adds a slightly more foamy consistency. But because it doesn't contain things like sodium lauryl sulfate and because it doesn't strip the skin, it doesn't give you a mega foam, just enough to kind of give yourself a little wash with it, I guess. But because it is that kind of oil blend and it's such great quality, I do feel like it moisturises my skin better than a lot of other cleansers, body cleansers I've used. So I've really been loving this. I'd love to try some more in the range, although it looks like it's going to take me a while to get through this, so no rush on that. But I've really been enjoying it this month and I just think it's just a lovely thing to use. I don't find it de-stresses me to the point of where I feel like I need a nap if I use it in the shower in the morning. It just sort of gives you a nice kind of sense of calm, which is definitely good, especially at the minute. So it's lovely, and it also really scents your shower cubicle really well as well, because it's got a nice kind of powerful scent to it. So you can definitely smell it while you're using it. And I say that because I've used other body washes that smell amazing in the bottle, but as soon as you get them out, there isn't enough of a scent for you to sort of smell it while you're using it, and it's such a disappointment. But this, love it. So let's do some skincare. So I purchased the Ren Brightening Dark Circle Eye Cream earlier on this month when it first launched, and I told you I would be trying it out, and I have been, and it's still early days, but I've really been enjoying this one. So like I said, it's a brand new launch. It's literally the latest product that Ren launched. It's £42, which is quite a lot, but then again, not as much as some other eye creams, but it's just really, really impressive. So they say that it will lighten your dark circles and you will notice a difference within 7 days. And I'd say I'd agree with that, to be fair. I have seen a big difference in a short amount of time. It comes in a 15ml pump bottle. One thing I really love about this, beside the fact that it's in a recycled packaging and the packaging can be recycled, because Ren are really committed to making all of their products recyclable and better for the environment and things. So they definitely get in there. One thing I really like as well, the packaging is super simple, it's just got its label on. But I love that I can see here how much product I've got left. So it gradually lifts as you're using the product. Why I love that is I really get a little bit nervous when I've got a product that I'm enjoying using and it runs out, or I don't know how much product I've got left. I would rather be able to see it so that I can think, okay, I'm getting a bit low, I better order another one. I just hate to run out of things. So I think when I'm a lot older, I'll probably be one of these people that sort of stocks things up and never runs out of anything. I could totally see that being me. So, because this is how I feel about things, I hate running out of things. But it is just a lovely one to use, and it comes in a little pump style bottle. I'll show you what it looks like. It's got quite a thick texture to it, but it does blend into the skin really well. It gives a kind of instant brightening effect. Not as much as, say, Sunday Riley's autocorrect, but it is definitely working well and lightening over time. And it does give you that little bit of lightening when you first use it. Doesn't really have a scent to it or anything like that. Doesn't sit on the skin. If you apply concealer over it, it is quite happy with that. It works quite well with concealer. I've got it on at the moment and it works really well. I've really been enjoying it. So I'm going to continue to test it out, and I'll probably do a kind of longer review video on it if you'd like to see that once I've been using it that little bit longer. And in case you're not aware, I do have a link as well for Ren under the video. If you do want £10 off your first purchase of £30 or more, you can always get £10 off that product if you want to try it for yourself. Another kind of new launch was the Drunk Elephant Sweet Biome Fermented Sake Spray. And this is their kind of fermented sake spray thing. It's sort of similar to the pink drink that Sunday Riley recently released and that I've also done a video on, and this I've been trying out ever since it came out. You know, if you've watched this channel for a long time, that I'm a huge Drunk Elephant fan, but I wasn't quite sure how I was going to feel about adding this to my routine, whether it was kind of necessary. They sort of describe it as one of those products that adds the sort of healthy bacteria back to your face. So if you're washing your face too much, this should kind of balance things and stop any irritation. Now, I don't think I over cleanse my skin or anything of that nature. I just think this is a really lovely product to use. So I've been using this after I've cleansed on dry skin, or if I cleanse and then use like an acid toner or a toner of any kind, after that I then go in with this. You can also spray it in between layers of skincare, or you can just spray it as a setting spray. I mean, it's not going to mega set everything because that's not really its purpose. It's not like a setting spray, but it will add a sort of layer of hydration, and it's just a dream. It's lovely to use, so I just love it. I'm going to spray a bit now just because I love it. And I do think it sort of gives the skin a little bit of a healthy kind of glow and dewiness to it. So it's nice in that way as well. But I'm just really enjoying this. And this is in a 100ml or 3.33 fluid ounces bottle. So it's quite a generous size because the Sunday Riley version, which is, it's not exactly the same, but it's a similar product, is only 50ml and this is 100ml. So loving this. Definitely one of my favourite products for January. Another product I spoke about recently, I spoke about this in my AM skincare routine, is the new launch by Fresh. I've got a bit of a thing for new launches, if you haven't guessed. When brands launch new products, I'm kind of first in the queue to buy them. So this is the Fresh Kombucha cleansing treatment with prebiotic inulin, pollution removal, no rinse cleanser. And this is the 200ml or 6.7 fluid ounces bottle. They do a smaller version of this as well if you want to try a smaller version before going on to this. Kind of texture wise, it's literally like using water. It's like applying water to a cotton pad and then cleaning your face with it. But it just does a fantastic job. It's lovely to use. It's fresh, fresh, it's called Fresh, but no, seriously, it feels lovely and fresh on the skin. It feels hydrating, it doesn't strip anything away, but it does remove makeup, it does remove skincare. My favourite way to use it is actually in the morning. I wipe my face over with this before starting my routine, rather than using water or a proper cleanser, because I don't feel like my skin needs it and I don't want to over cleanse. So this has just been my kind of go-to instead. It's just lovely. Really enjoying using this one. In terms of books, I read a lot of books. I tend to get through, depending on the size of the book, a new book every 2 to 3 days. If I'm not working or filming or doing things for YouTube, I'm generally reading. That is just something I do to relax, something I enjoy, and I just love it. So I'm constantly reading whenever I can. I just enjoy the kind of escapism of it, especially right now with lockdown. We're not traveling or doing anything kind of fun, so it's nice to read and then escape to another world, I guess. So I am going to talk about my favourite book for January, because like I said, there has been a lot of books, so rather than me make this a 3-hour video and talk to you about them all, I'm just going to tell you my favourite. So my favourite for January was The Man I Think I Know by Mike Gale. Now, I've read Mike Gale books before, and I haven't met a Mike Gale book I don't like. He just writes with, I don't know what it is, obviously some kind of magic. It's not a book about magic though. It's a book about real life and real kind of struggles and things that people go through. His books are sort of so realistic that he could be writing about somebody that you know. There's usually a sense of him tackling difficult topics or him writing about sort of emotive subjects, but they're such a joy to read. This book, I was attracted to it. I mean, like I said, it's by Mike Gale. I knew I was going to love it because he wrote it, and I've not disliked any of his books. But the topic of this one appealed to me because it's all about 2 men who go to school together as children. And it's one of those kind of private schools that the really clever or really rich kids go to. So these 2 boys have this magnificent education. They're both really clever, and they're both kind of destined to do really well in life. And you know straight from the beginning of the book, so I'm not giving anything away, but the whole premise is that the guy that kind of came from a poor family and got like a scholarship to go to this place, he actually won an award at the school, and everybody who's ever won this award has just got the most amazing job out of it. They've gone on to be a CEO of a company or a high-level politician. They've just gone out and done these great things. So there's this kind of expectation from everybody that he's won this award, he's just going to do so well in life. And the book starts off where actually he's going down to his local job centre because he can't keep down a job, and he's doing these really low paid jobs, and he struggles to stick to jobs, and he just can't be bothered, and he's just a bit fed up, and he's kind of almost wasting his life. Then at the other end of the spectrum, the other student is somebody who comes from a kind of rich background, but he's also super intelligent, and he goes to this school as well, and he does make a success of himself. He achieves all these amazing things, has a wonderful life, a wonderful relationship, great friends, everything's wonderful. And then something happens and he's quite seriously injured, and it affects the rest of his life. And this book is all about these kind of 2 sides of the same coin, or 2 ends of the spectrum, in terms of somebody who's just wasting their life and somebody who's had everything taken from them because of this kind of tragedy that's happened to them. And the 2 of them come together in this book and support each other in very different ways, and it's just a brilliant read. You're just rooting for them both all the way through, wanting the best for them, and it's just such a lovely ride to go along with, and I just enjoyed it. It was just brilliant. So this is my favourite book of January 2021. And I will link this under the video along with all the other items I talk about. So if you see anything and you want to pick it up, then you'll find everything under the video. And then finally, makeup. So we're in another lockdown in the UK. I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. I generally only bother to apply makeup if I'm filming or doing something like that, because generally no one else sees me. The family see me, but they're kind of used to what I look like, and half the time I just can't be bothered. So I just do my skincare routine and leave it at that. But one thing I do like to do is apply a kind of lipstick or a lip product, just because I find it kind of gives me a little bit of colour and like boosts my mood and things. And the two products I've been reaching for in January are these two by Charlotte Tilbury, and these are the Glowgasm lipsticks. So we've got Jewelgasm and Glittergasm. I did a more in-depth video specifically about these lipsticks where we did a lip swatch and a standard swatch, and I kind of talked about them and sort of told you how I was finding them and stuff. This is what they look like. This one is Jewelgasm, and this is what I'm wearing right now. And this one is Glittergasm, which is a kind of lighter colour. But again, if you go and check out the relevant video, obviously, it will have a lot more detail and you'll kind of see my thoughts on it there. But I've just really been enjoying them. I love the packaging, this lovely kind of metallic-y pink colour. And what I like about them is they're moisturising. They last quite a long time actually, because they're not like a lipstick where they wear off when you're eating. They almost dry down to a stain sort of effect. I've just done two quick swatches here. So this one here is Glittergasm, this one is Jewelgasm. Jewelgasm is probably the one I'm reaching for most of all, because it gives a bit of a higher colour payoff. So it kind of looks not natural, obviously no one's lips are quite this colour, but it just gives that little flash of colour, super easy to wear, doesn't really transfer off onto things, and lasts a really long time. And I just think the packaging's cute, and I've just really been enjoying it. And actually the fact that they only offered 2 shades in this particular product made it really easy as a consumer, because I just went and picked them both up. Whereas sometimes when they have like a new launch and there's like 20 shades, I'm like, which one do I go for? It's tricky, especially because right now everything's shut, everything I'm ordering is obviously online. So I just enjoyed that about it, that there really wasn't much for me to choose from. So that is everything in my January 2021 favourites video. Like I said, let me know in the comments if you would like to see a February 2021 and beyond favourites video. I could definitely do this if people enjoy this kind of content. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm producing. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when my next video goes live. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.